we always got to try something new. So today we're trying a new system, and it's called Riverside FM. So we discovered this, and of course we had to try it. So guys, here we are. So let us know how it works. Sounds good to me so far. So you guys will be our betas, I guess.
Uh, Look, it sounds good so far, but I don't see it.
You you don't see it on there on YouTube.
Okay, here we go. I think we good. I think we good. Hey, y'all, come on in. Let us know. Um, leave something in the chat so we can know that we are on and we are doing good.
Okay, we got somebody in there.
That's
So
just me. I was saying we on this
okay.
new system, honey. We is on this new system. And we try to see what's really going on. Welcome to Love Lives and Bestsellers. It's Love Lives and Bestsellers. It's your girl Shay, baby, with my slick partner.
Midnight Ace, welcome,
Mid-
welcome.
hey y'all, hey, with Midnight Aces in the building. So yeah, it's throwing me off a little bit because it's saying that we live, but I still it's like people are not able to get in this chat.
Mm, let me go to YouTube real quick.
Hey y'all, we starting this new little program, right? Start this new little program, so we're trying to see
Mm,
how it's faring with us. How it's faring with us.
okay. Yeah, it's just so far just us.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. This whole little we're good. Brenda Woodbury, hey y'all, hey. Okay, listen, Miss Woodbury, we're trying to
Uh
see. We started this new system here on this whole Love Lives and Bestsellers. We're trying to see which works good for us. So let us know if you guys can hear us. If we sound okay, you know. We still, our new show. We're trying to get together, y'all. We're trying to get together with the Love Lives and Bestsellers from midnight. So midnight, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we cook it with grease now.
hey there, Miss Brenda. Who
Yes,
else is out there?
Miss Brenda Woodbury's in the house. Good morning. Good Saturday morning to you guys. Hey. Miss LK Petty One. Hey girl, hey.
Hey now.
Hey y'all, hey, listen. All right, so we started this new thing. Y'all know how we do. Whenever we start something new, we want, y'all to come in and help us out. How about that?
Yeah,
Well,
right.
come in and help us
Tell us
out. So midnight, we're gonna
yeah.
get started with
Yes. We got our question of the day, as
yeah.
always, as we start today. So when we give the question of the day, you guys chime in at any time. Let us know what you think about the question of the day. If you got any rebuttals, we'd love to hear them. All right. So here we
No
go.
rebuttals. No, if you got a comment, don't be rebutting us.
Comment, rebuttals, or anything, because we got to hear it all, Connie. Because we did say it's love, lies, and bestsellers, right?
This true,
So
but
with
hold on,
that,
yeah, hold on. Let's set the room first. Before we come on, let's set the room. Say good morning to everybody that's coming in, that's checking in with us. Y'all know when the legend steps in, we stop everything that we're doing and we give homage where homage is due. And of course, we don't not only have a legend is in here with us this morning. She's like our resident get us together. So we're gonna find a name. We have the Lifetime Achievement Award winner, the Raw Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and legendary Donna Hill is in the building, y'all. Good morning,
yep.
Miss
Hey, Miss
Donna.
Donna.
Good morning. Good morning. So y'all know how we doing. We gotta make her our legendary. We gotta come up with a name for Donna.
I know, because she be setting us straight, though, honey.
Baby, I'm talking about like getting us together, and we love her for that. We love her for that. We got good morning, Renata checking in. Good morning, good morning.
Hey,
We have our other authors checking in. Hey y'all, hey DL White, what's up? DL, we getting us together too now. Hey, good morning, DL. And of course, I bet this morning on the bestseller seat, we're going to have Miss Iris Bolling, the USA Today's bestselling author. Iris checking in, should be checking in with us this morning. So, stay tuned for that. Okay, now all hearts and minds are clear.
all right,
Midnight.
all right.
Question for the day.
Question for the day, and this question came from one of our most our resident viewers, Miss JB, uh, and she says, "How do you prioritize your reading list? Is it by author, release date, or personal genre preference? Okay, so
One
help
more,
us out. One more
one more
time.
time.
How do you prioritize your reading list? By author, release date, or personal
Hold on, you went out there for a minute. Midnight. Did I lose midnight? All right. So had I read
personal?
you went
You
in
went
and
in
out,
and out,
baby. You
baby. You
good?
good? Hold on. You went out there for a minute. Midnight. Did I lose midnight? All right. So
All right. Let's see.
had I read
Personal.
you went in and out, baby. You good? Hold on.
I don't know.
You went out there for a minute.
Hold
Hold
on. We
on.
got this new new
Midnight.
system
Did
working
I
on.
lose midnight? All right. So
All right. Let's see.
had I read
We got the
got
new
the new
system we
system we
working on,
working
y'all.
on,
New
y'all. New
system we
system we
working
working
on.
on.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. You good?
I don't know.
You went out there for a minute.
Hold on. We got this new and I think I have an echo.
midnight. Alright, so
We got the new system we working on. You know what? Let me just reset this room, y'all. Let me reset the room. Hold on. And I think I have an echo. You know what? Let me just reset this room, y'all. Let me reset. I think we lost midnight. Hold on, y'all. We'll be right back. Stay right there. And I think I have an echo. All right, now I've lost everybody. All right, in the chat, can you guys still hear us in the chat? Can you guys still hear us in the chat? Let me know if you guys can still hear us out there. I don't know what happened. We've lost everybody. I am random most often, but a new release takes priority. Okay, a new release does take priority. Let's see here. It said a new release takes priority. How about our you just hear echo. Okay, DL, do you still hear echo? Yeah, we on this new system. I think we're gonna have to go back to the old way, you know? I think we had to go back to the old way. We're gonna have to go back to the old way of doing things. Iris Bolden, are you in the building?
Yes. Can you hear me, darling?
I can hear you, darling. How are you this
Um,
morning?
I'm still half asleep. What you do at midnight?
You know what? I don't know what happened on this good getting up morning.
I know. It's okay.
on this, on this good getting up morning. I don't know what
So
happened.
that's midnight. That's midnight.
I don't know. I told Midnight to clear her mic and everything went left. I just don't know what happened. Jesus.
And your vibe and that's a you I think you're repeating.
You think I was? And then said, okay, you can hear me just fine. Can you guys hear Miss Iris Bowling just fine? I think I just lost Iris.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Iris, I can hear you now. You just speak up a
Okay,
little bit more.
this what we're gonna do, Shay. We're gonna talk to the people and we're gonna let Midnight do her thing. On the back end. She'll get us. She's gonna come back on. I have
Yes.
faith. I
Yes,
have faith.
DL said the tech needs to behave. I know. The tech needs to behave. But as long as you guys can hear us now, if you guys you can say you can hear just fine, and you can also hear Iris Bowling, correct? Um, clear for now. Thank you. Y'all get us together.
Okay, now we got just figure out what happened with midnight. But in the meantime, my darling, tell me what is the question of the day again?
Lord, I lost my tech. I lost everybody. Okay, hold on. Let me get it together. You
Okay,
know when you have a co-host and and they you know you assign priorities. But the Bible said, "Be ye ready." You know what I'm saying? So
you know,
y'all gonna be okay this
and
morning.
that's what we gonna do. We gonna be ready for this question of the day.
Yes, and we let's see. Midnight is
Okay.
coming back in. Is coming back in the room. Midnight, are you back? She's not back yet. But okay, so the question of the day, you guys. Here's the question of the day: how do you prioritize your reading list? Is it by author, release date, or personal genre preference? We'll say that one more time.
Oh,
How
good
do you
question.
prioritize your reading list? Is it by author, release date, or personal genre preference? Mm. So
That's a hard one because it always depend on, is it one of those stories that I was anticipating? I'm waiting on, pins and needles to get to jump into it, or is it one of them where I could actually take my time, set up the wine glasses, lay out on the deck, and start reading. So it all depends. But
see,
most of the time, for me, Shay, um, since I have to do my reading around my writing, most of the time it's whatever is sitting right there on my to be read pile, whatever's sitting on top, and that's where I'm going.
that's where you go. Okay, okay. So that's where you. All right, let's see here. Let's go into the chat. So Renata says, my reading list is by author. I don't want to become obsessed with waiting for dates. It's like waiting for my weight to drop. Girl, I know that's
I I like that analogy there. Hey y'all, I'm back. I hope y'all can hear me.
yes, we
Okay.
can.
Welcome back, Ladybug. Now y'all
Yeah,
get to take
thank
over
you.
y'all show again.
Right. Listen, all hearts and mine are truly clear right now. Okay. Just want to let y'all know that. Okay.
I just want y'all to know that midnight, listen, midnight now. I told them like last week we let you off a little early now. You can't just, you know what I'm saying?
I can't check on my duties. But
Right.
I
Wait,
wanted
hold
to
on,
go
wait, wait,
back.
wait. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on, midnight. We got to stop everything with another
I
legend introduce the
see.
building. Miss Yes, everybody legendary. Beverly Jenkins is in the building, y'all. She said she's just coming by the wave, honey. She's going back to her plants. Back later. We love you, Aunt Bear.
Miss Bev, I'm gonna be out there later too.
She's going back up there. All right. So, all right. For you, Midnight, what are you saying? What do you think?
Yeah, I am truly all over the place because I'm a serial reader. But I'm kind of like Renata. Like I have all of these authors set up so that the release dates, I don't get anxious waiting on release dates. You know what I'm saying? I just go to the next one. And to be truthful, Miss Bev actually suggested that a long time ago. So that's why I take my cue from. She says there's a lot of readers out there. Don't be bugging her about her release dates. Go and read some of them other authors. So that's what I do.
That's what you do. All right.
Right,
Let's
I do
see.
that.
Erica says, I like, okay. Erica says, my reading list is random. Sometimes it's based on release dates. Other times I'm trying to clear out my TBR. So I go back in the archives to figure out what to read.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see here. Brenda Woodbury. Brenda Woodbury says, author for me, especially ones I follow on a regular base. I get it. All right. That's so,
Hmm.
hey, if you want to chime in our question of the day, please do so. What's up? Good morning to everybody over in our Facebook world, on Instagram world. It's Love Lives and Bestsellers. You all know when we get into it, we gets into it, honey. We be on this mud like, what y'all doing? What we got going on? So that's what we are doing. So let's get into what's trending right now. What's trending right now? So I was listening to a book talker, right? And she was at BookCon. I'm gonna go back to BookCon too because we gotta talk about Tracy Dion. Tracy Dion was the author that was at BookCon, but we'll get into that later on in the hour. But Book Talk was at BookCon, and she said that some of her colleagues at the Book Talk world, I was like, this is a job, I love it. They were talking about a book, big up in the book, and all the other good stuff. But when she read the book, she's like, I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. And I'm like, okay. So she went on to talk about the author, talk about the book, talk about everything surrounding the book and, what made it, whatever. And some other book talkers like jumped on her about it. Like really was like, she said she got put out the book top group. Her name is Elena. Hey Elena. Elena got put out of the book top group because she went against the grain to talk about an author's book that got all the hype, was one of the featured authors at Book Talk, and they didn't like it. So what y'all think? Like, do you think well, we know we talked about this before that Book Talk still, is making people more popular than their book is, or what is it like, what make it, what do you guys think? Because I was thinking back about the Colleen Hoover phase, right? And
Mhm.
the movies. I don't know. Sometimes movies are better for me. So if I look at a movie, then I go back and I be like, oh, okay. Then I can kind of read the book. And then when everybody fell on the Colin Hoover phase, people was like, these books are trash. So like, what made it reach the New York Times in the USA Today? Is it because of the book talk world? And is that should we be kind of like leaning towards over there? What do you guys think? Are influencers basically making or breaking authors right now?
Yeah, we've talked about this. We've talked about this quite a bit, and it's a hit or miss with that because sometimes the books that they are pumping up are good, and sometimes they're just not. But to go back to this Elena person, like, first of all, that's her platform, right? It's
Yeah.
not like a platform that the book talkers gave her. Like they don't own the platforms. Everybody signed in, they have their own platform. So her opinion is her opinion. So she can't get kicked out of no group because they don't
She
own the
got
book
kicked out the
talking group.
group midnight.
Yeah, yeah, no, I beg to differ with that. Like let her keep doing what she's doing. If she ain't feeling it, she ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
readers, when they're looking at these book talkers, they want the truth. They don't just want everybody's opinion of a book. Because if I look at a book talker and she's pubbing up, or he or she is pubbing up a book, and I go and get it, I don't want to be wasting my money on something if it's not really good. Give me your honest opinion, and that's what we all out here for, giving
Do
an
you
honest
think people
opinion.
really want the truth though? They
Well,
don't
I
want the
do,
truth.
I
We
do.
do. We do. But now let's be honest. All right, Bowling will chime in on that too. Let's be honest. We jump on the bandwagon, right?
I don't know why y'all want to get me in trouble.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So,
I'm sitting here enjoying the show like I do every Saturday morning,
you
and you gonna pull me in. You know,
hey listen, let me tell you something. You said we said you want to come on early, hang out with us and co-host, or do you
well,
just
yeah,
want to go in the bestseller seat?
I know y'all said that, but I'm supposed to be watering my plants, and you trying to get me in trouble. But let
Well,
me
I don't
say
want you.
this: the industry. Let me say this. Sometimes the industry hype what they want to hype, and sometimes it's not necessarily about whether the book is good or it's not good or whatever. Sometimes it's about that's that author for that time period. So when it comes to a group like where you are asked to come in and give your opinion about something, then you should be able to give your honest opinion about that story. Was it good? Was it not
I
good? Or whatever. Everybody is not going to like everything, and that's okay. That's the wonderful thing about the book world is that there's something out there for everyone. So that person who had her comments about it that they weren't necessarily feeling, you know, that's okay. That was her comment. That was her feelings about that particular story. And you want that. You want honesty, kind of like what you guys are giving us with the love lies and bestsellers. You guys give us some, y'all give us some dirt out here sometimes. Y'all be spilling some teas and some honesty. And some people gonna like it, some people not.
This is
Going
true.
back to watering my plants now.
I don't think Midnight like it when I be spilling the tea like that. It makes
no,
her
I do.
nervous.
No, I look. I want to see too because I want to avoid a train wreck somewhere, right? So I'm all here for it. But like I agree with Iris too. I mean, because when reviewers say when reviewers do their reviews, we everybody says they want your honest review, and everybody's not going to like every honest review. But for the most part, a reader, if they look at that kind of stuff, at least they can tell where, okay, this person didn't like it because of this person liked it because of this. And then I can say, well, okay, I'm gonna read it and see if I feel the same, which side of the fence I'm gonna be on, right?
But and I know this for a fact. If you're reading a book, right,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of the books that's on the bandwagon that everybody is like, lo and behold, the Jesus has come into the building, and you read that book. And you're like, Jesus, wait, because I'm still he's still on the cross. You are not going to give an honest review about that book because you don't want the bandwagon turning and rolling you running you over. Am I
But then
not
that's but
right
then
about
that's on you. That's on that
Yeah.
person, Shay. That's on that person. Sometimes you stick on your principle or you fall in line. I'm not a fall in line type of girl. Y'all know this about me. So, but if a person didn't like it, they didn't like it, and that's okay. Like I said before, this industry has their people, their picks of authors, and those are the ones that they're going to push, and those are the ones that they're going to highlight. But that's for a period of time. That doesn't mean that it's going to. We know this. It doesn't stay that way.
so
You
we don't
know.
get honest reviews basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because the industry has had their pick and that's who they're going with right now. So it
Right.
will behoove you not to really just give a this book is trash review.
No, you tell what you feel. If you've
Ain't
read it
nobody
and that
giving
book
no
didn't.
listen. Ain't nobody giving no honest reviews out there. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Hold on. Erica. Erica says, as Miss Bev says, there's a book for everybody, but everybody is not for every book. I
Right.
like
Right.
that. I like that.
Hmm.
That's true. That
But
that's
everybody's not for every book. I like that. You should be able to have your honest opinion about a book. You should be, Erica, but they're not. Mama Tony. Mama Tony's a book with Mama Tony. Good morning. Good morning. Mama Tony. Do you give honest reviews about books or be honest? If this is one of the golden girls or boys of the industry, do you just be like, I didn't care for the book, but I ain't gonna say nothing? I'm just saying.
Yeah, she
That's
she
that's what we asking. Every industry anoints its star. That's right. From Johnny Hill. And hold on a minute. I'm just reading the things real quick. Let's see. IK is LK Petty One. Writers and fans can be sensitive about an unfavorable critic. I know with me, I look at the author in their totality and not just one book just because I don't like it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Mama Tony said wrong. I don't care what the bandwagon says. If I don't like it, I say so and rate it accordingly. Hmm. So, Mama Tony, you've never had any backlash about rating a book that it wasn't that good? Yeah, and that was one of the golden girls or boys of the world. We ain't talking about no everyday snow. We talking about the Colleen Hoovers, the Kennedy Ryans, the Jacquel Jays. We talking about the ones at the top of the game right now. We ain't talking about, you know, a baby girl that's working in Texaco who done wrote 3 books. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about the heavy hitters right now in the romance genre. We talking about the Brenda Jacksons, the Beverly Jenkins, the Donna Hills. Would you read a book by one of these legends? It ain't good. It ain't good. And you give a review saying this book ain't good. Midnight?
listen. Let me throw something out there since we do have some authors in the building. When authors ask readers to review books, are you looking for them to be honest or are you looking for them to just go with the flow?
We need them to be honest. I'm sorry, you weren't talking to me that time, were
No,
you?
I said authors. Yeah, no, authors
Okay.
that's in the building. When you ask for reviews, what are you expecting? Are you expecting for that review to be just you want them to side with you? You want them to give you a favor review always, or do you want them to tell the truth?
I need to have the honest review for my readers because that's the only time I know where I'm hitting or I'm missing is from my readers. So I need my readers to read a story, and if it's a story that they cannot resonate with or they just do not like, it's okay to say to me, Iris, I won't feel in that story, girl. I don't know what happened to you, but I'm not feeling that. I need that because then I know where I need to adjust. If I agree with them. You see, I think sometimes people let the power of what they do or what they write to fall into somebody else's hands. I want that power to stay in my hands But just because a reader read it and they weren't feeling it, that don't mean I won't feel it. I'm gonna stand on my ground. If the story was hidden for me, I'm gonna stand on that. So as authors, we need that honest feedback. I don't want somebody kissing my butt every time I put a book out there. Oh, Iris, that book was great. Da 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 da. Hell, I know when I've missed something in a story. And but I need my readers to tell me that. So I would like to have honest reviews. I never forget, Mama Tony heard my heart, girl. I was at a Deborah Miller event. Mama
She'll do
Tony
it.
came up to me. Don't you ever write nothing short like that again. I'm used to getting full stories from you, Iris Bolling. Don't be giving me nothing short like that again.
But that ain't no. That's not a to hurt my heart type deal.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no, it
Now, if
came
you would
from
have
Mama
told me
Tony.
Mama
Have,
Tony
have
walked up
Mama
to you,
Tony ever come up to you and told you about something? Mama Tony let you know.
she let you know. But I'm just saying, if Mama Tony would have went up to you and said, "Iris, that was some bullshit. I don't know what you was thinking about. This is trash. There's no plot. What were you doing? This is the most. This book didn't do nothing for me, and I'm sure it didn't do nothing for nobody else." And she
Well,
wrote
but
that.
she can't.
What would
But she
you?
can't really say that, can she? She can't say what it did or did not do for someone else. She can tell me how she felt about it,
And you
and
have been
and
okay
and
with it.
that's okay. That's okay. Now, if I put a book out there and I have a multitude of people that come back to me and say, Iris, you was off. I don't know what you did, but you was off. Then me as an author, that gives me the opportunity to go back and read what it was that I put out there and see if I need to do some adjustment. That's the only way, to me, that's the only way we as authors are going to know that we did not give the public what we intended to give them. And we
Mama
can
Tony
go in
said,
and we make adjustments.
make adjustments. Mama Tony says, I have said to Brenda, Donna, and a few others, this one didn't do it for me.
Hmm.
So, okay, Mama Tony, all right, go Mama Tony. Brenda Woodbury says, and sometimes the reviewer may have personal agendas that their review is not so much about the book, but issues with the author.
Yeah, and
We have
we have
definitely
to watch
seen
that.
that. We have definitely seen that. And sometimes with those authors who are the chosen, sometimes people are like, I don't know why they decided that this author is going to be the it author, and then they're going to come out negative on that author, not on the story. See, reviews are supposed to be about the story that we gave you, not about the author per se. It's about the story. And sometimes when we give reviews, it kind of goes past that. It crosses that line. But in for an author to come for a reader to come out there and say, hey, this book didn't do it for me and here's why, that's their opinion, and they have a right to give an honest opinion and should not be kicked out of groups because it didn't agree with the multitude of opinions that's out there about that story.
Yeah, they kicked out the group because they said, no, you're not. They kicked her out. It was crazy. I get it. I get it. I don't know. I believe that book talkers are making these authors now. I believe that these reviewers are not giving honest reviews. I believe they're just getting on the bandwagon. I also believe that, and y'all for it. I mean, I get what y'all saying, but ain't nobody giving no written review or getting on the Facebook or video or whatever, whatever. These bloggers and going against the who's who of the world. I haven't seen it. I just don't believe it.
Mm.
We've
Yeah,
read
and
books. We've
yeah,
read books, and we know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, this is some bull. And you get people on there, and they crying, and they whatever, whatever. You like, girl, bye. So that's what I'm saying. We're not getting honest reviews. We
mm.
just. I know for a fact. I talk to reviewers, and they tell me the honest, the god, dirty ass truth. The big ones. And then what on their thing, I'm like, well, why you just didn't cover it, girl? I just ain't got time for the barbs to be coming at me. So I just feel like they're not giving honest reviews anymore. That's
Well,
just
But
yeah,
me.
then
and
they're
we talk.
shortchanging themselves and their audience. They're shortchanging themselves and their audience
But
when
we
they
we
do.
talked about this too. We talked about this a few weeks ago about the influencers and book talkers, are they really making or breaking the romance community? And we agreed that they were. There is some aspects of it as they were, and this is just another form of it. But I guess we're going to have to have a safe space, because the safe space is gone. You can't be honest anymore. Real talk. We can't be honest anymore.
You can be. That's what I'm saying. That's all. And this is an honest conversation. Ain't nobody giving real reviews. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Miss Petty says, as an author, initially I felt attacked, but now I realize that my writing or that particular book may not be for them, or look back over the materials and do better.
Right,
It's
right.
Yeah.
That's
That's what.
a healthy
Yeah.
position. That's a healthy position to be in.
Yeah, that's very healthy position. Hey, LaShawn, Mama Tony says, call honesty. It's about the book, not the author. Some reviewers review the author, not the book.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
So, huh? That's true.
So
Because I mean,
I guess there is the book talkers and the influencers as a whole is no longer the position that they hold as being the ones who influence others about the books and giving honest reviews. It's no longer like that. It's clicky, like everything else in the romance community. It's clicky.
mm, this
You got the
is-
you got the you got the influence, you got the book talkers, you got the events have now become clicky, where if you're not meshing with this person or that person, you could be uninvited from an event or not show up. It's just, it's not
This
authentic anymore.
this is where I am going to go on mute.
why you can't come on here and go on mute. This is Love Lies and
That's the
Bestsellers.
bestsellers, right?
It's Love Lies and
You
Bestsellers. You know
know,
what?
I hate to tell y'all this, but it's always been clicky. The industry has always been clicky. This is not new. There are some people that's going, not just with the conferences, but what authors you're going to support, which ones that you're going to um um follow, which ones you're going to comment on their stuff, which ones you're going to um um you know talk about, support in every way. We have always, the industry, let me just say, since the time that I've been involved in the industry, because there's some that's been out there longer than what I have been, but it's always been clicky. And I don't know if it's anything wrong with that. You like who you like. You're gonna be with who it is that you enjoy being with, and things like that. But when it comes to reviews now, because you're talking about reviews of a story, when it comes to reviews, that's not about being cliquish. That's about, if you are a reviewer, that is about doing your job. And your job is to read a story and to be honest about that story, whether they are, the big names that's out there, or the smaller names that's out there. It doesn't matter. What we need as an artist, we need your honesty about that story. What other people need from you, who are your audience, that you are reviewing for, to let them know, hey, this book was a hit or this book was a miss. They need your honesty. Because if you tell me a book is really, really good, and I go read that book, and that book is not doing it for me, I'm gonna let you pass once. I'm telling you, no, that book's not doing it for me. I don't know where you thought that the story was it. But if you could do it continuously, I'm not following you as a reviewer anymore, because I need somebody that's gonna give me honesty about the story. Boom.
That makes sense. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna put a pin in that real quick. I'm gonna go over here to a little some who got deals. What's going on? We got the bestseller moves coming up right now. Let's see, midnight. Get ready for the new releases that came out this week. And if you had a new release or you know of a new release, just drop
Put
it
it in
in
them.
the
Yeah.
chat. Drop it in the
Yep.
chat. So Maggie Merrick's Hook Up and Ladder, the first in the Station 22 series, is an interconnected trilogy set in a San Diego fire station about a single father firefighter who falls for his nanny. How about that? So that went over to what pad? You go what a pad doing the thing. And
Oh,
it's gonna come out
wow.
spring of 2027. That's right. And then we have Ava Harrison's Bloody Ever After trilogy, in which a secret upon group killers anonymous meets beneath an abandoned church where each member is driven by deadly urges and a love that could destroy them. But it's a romance. Hold on,
Mhm.
am I missing this? No, it's a romance. Huh. I need to see this. I need to see this. I need to read this. From what I just told you what the book is about, would you consider this a romance?
Mhm.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know if I would consider it a romance. I don't know if I consider it romance, but you know what though? You'd have to read it. You'd have to see it. You know,
Okay. From what I
I'd
just
have to check it out. I wouldn't
okay.
think it would be a romance from what you said. Just
All
from
right.
reading that, I wouldn't say. But I have seen where there are some books that don't seem like they're romance, or the author doesn't classify themselves as a romance, but sometimes the story meets the criteria for a romance.
All right. Sometimes the story meets the criteria for a romance. Huh. I'm gonna have to read it. Yeah, definitely gonna have to read it now because I'm like this right here. Okay. And then the good thing of so that big ups to Ava Harrison. So that went over to Podium Publishing. It's gonna be in a 3 book deal by Nina Powers. Hey Nina, over at the Whalen Agency. So big ups to them. Romanticy. Author The Sacred Space Between Kaylee Reed's Copper Stitch. I did read Copper Stitch. I like Kaylee Reed. A friend to lovers romanticy set in a world inspired by 1600s Amsterdam about a woman who, after her father is poisoned, must unravel the secrets of their guild and join forces with her childhood friend to save him. I like Kaylee Reed because I don't know, and I'm not even a romanticy kind of girl, but she was writing something else, and then with the copper stitch. And then I came back, and I was like, okay, so I did get a copy of the new one that's just coming out right now, and it's good. I didn't think I was gonna like it because of the 1600s. You know how I feel about historicals. But we found out that I like period pieces, and it was in Amsterdam. So anything that happens in Amsterdam, I'm like, listen, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I like that. All right, midnight. Any new releases? So that's what's going on right now. That's what's who's making bestseller moves over here in this industry. Just a few of them, just to name a few. Any
yeah.
new releases this week?
I got a couple new releases. I got Michelle Stinson, You Can't Hurry, Second Chances, just released this week. So go ahead and check that out. It is about in short, it's a heartwarming, small town tale of rediscovering joy in unexpected places. Starting over isn't easy, but sometimes it's exactly what you need. So check that out. And then this one was one I believe I missed on a couple weeks ago, but I do want to mention it. It is The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop.
Oh
It's
yeah.
from the buzzy viral sensation. It is the second installment after Only for 1 Week comes out. It's her Forever Falling series featuring an intimate bucket list, road trip, sexy banter, and a sweet and spicy second chance romance. Actually, I just read that, and it was a kind of a slow for me to get into, but like a little bit past it after I understood what journey I was taking, I was all in. So take that out. It's kind of like a friends to lovers trope, second chance romance kind of thing. So check that out. And that is kind of all I have on my list. And I'm sure there's more. So if there's more out there that I've missed, please drop them in there so that we can highlight them before the end of the show.
Yes, exactly. So Megan Quinn Rules for the Summer. It came out this week
Oh,
too.
yes. That's
Yeah.
right, right, right. Yeah.
Megan Quinn
Uh,
Rules for the Summer came out. TL Swan, The Heart You Kept. I love TL. TL Swan, her book came out this week, and actually it debuted at number 4 on the Amazon top sellers. So big ups to you, Miss TL. let me see. They be texting me like, "Look, girl, I love it." Natasha Madison. Natasha Madison is another one. She's real good. Only for her, it's an age gap secret dating romance. So that came out this week. And let's see here, Miss Rochelle Alice had a book that came out this week. Let me pull Miss Rochelle up, honey. She had her Mavericks books that came out
Oh,
this
right.
week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We talked. I thought we talked about that one last week.
Yeah, but we was just saying that it was coming out
Hmm.
this week. So now we got to make
Yeah.
sure, we let the readers know that it is out here doing its DM thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep. Yep.
um, make sure you
The
go and
Montana.
cop that. Yeah, no, what's in Montana, the Mavericks, right? So make sure you go and get that. Um, I love her Mavericks series anyway.
Hmm.
I'm a little biased when it comes to that. So big ups to that. And if, like I said, we have any more new releases that's coming out, please let us know. Please let us know. All right, let's go back to the chat real quick. Let me see. DL White, I almost said DL Hughley. Like what? So the DL DL be getting us together too. We're going back to what we're talking about it being very clicky. DL goes on to say some readers want to be friends with the cool girl authors. You're right, and book support varies depending on the factor. You're absolutely right. And then she went on to say a lot of influencers tell it they are making and breaking careers out here, but a lot of similar authors writing good books and struggling. That is true. That is true. That is true. Donna Hill said it has to be more than it was a great book when you review. Once again, romance specific. Uh, Listen, that's another thing. Like I'm like, can somebody do a workshop? We got master classes going on in Raw. Raw's coming up October 20. When is it? October 29th through the 31st in Peoria, Illinois. And it's all about the legends. The legends are doing master classes. So if you want to be taught by a legend, I'm telling you, it's crazy. We start Thursday night. The legend's gonna kick it off with their very own reception for the master class reception. So come and hang out, mingle with the legends. And then on that Saturday, no, on that Friday from 9 to 5, it's master classes taught by your legends, taught by Susan Elizabeth Phillips, Beverly Jenkins. I'm telling you, it's it's gonna be you're gonna want to be there. You're gonna want to be there. It's the legends are coming in and doing their thing. Robin Carr is being honored. Susan Elizabeth Phillips, Felicia Mason is being honored. Oh my God,
Hmm.
Jackie Thomas and Evelyn Palfrey. I'm
I'm
Judge
excited
Evelyn
about
Palfrey.
her.
I'm excited. So I'm excited about everybody, but she to me is like Sandra Kitt. You just want to sit down and ask everything,
Mhm.
like nothing inappropriate. Like I asked Donnie and all them inappropriate stuff, but something about I'm saying, like Sandra. I was like, I can't ask her that. But I don't know. It's just something about Evelyn Palfrey that I am so excited, and I just cannot. I cannot wait. I don't know. And Felicia Mason. I don't. I just not cannot wait to meet them. Yeah. Okay. Rochelle Book is Montana Mavericks. That's right. Montana
Mhm.
Mavericks. Oh, okay, Miss Vivian checking in. She said, To what extent do reviews influence sales as compared to fan sales? Meaning that fans of the particular author who are going to buy those books regardless of. Hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you follow that author and you like that author's writing, you're gonna buy the book regardless. And again, sometimes an influencer might say, "Oh, that book was great," or it wasn't," and then you, as a reader, we might read it and it might not do it for us, which is not a bad thing. It just don't do it for us. Sometimes books have triggers, and some people. I have a reader friend that I could read a book all day long. We love the same stories, but I will read the story, but it would trigger her, and she can't finish it. But it's just a matter of opinion. It shouldn't be where the influencer should influence sales to that degree. But you know, again, just clicky.
Just
And you,
clicky.
yeah,
Just
you just want to be in the in crowd.
mm. Tom, yeah, that's what it is. All right, speaking of in crowd, let's see. The publishers are now suing Meta and Mark Zuckerberg in the newest AI action. How about that? Now, publishers okay.
Yeah.
Publishers like, look, we ain't playing with y'all no more. After multiple lawsuits brought by a coalition of authors against AI company, now a collision of book publishers has brought a suit as well. Huh. 5 publishers, joined by one author, have filed a lawsuit in New York Southern District, seeking class action status against Meta and CEO Mark Zuckerberg personally for infringing copyright to train Meta's LLM Llama, Canvas, Hachette Book Group.
Mm.
Mm. Hachette isn't. Hachette. Okay. Macmillan, McGraw, Hill, and Scott Turner against that Meta, as directed by Zuckerberg. So they pirated millions of books, scholarly articles, and mostly romance to build and then profit from its AI tool. Boy, romance is
And
where it is. So defendants, he said the defendants reproduced and distributed millions of copywritten works without permission, without providing any compensation to authors or publishers, and with full knowledge that their conduct violated copyright law, the company states. So Zuckerberg himself personally authorized and actively encouraged the infringement. Meta also stripped CMI, which is the copyright management information, from copyrighted works it stole. It did this to conceal its training sources and facilitate the unauthorized use. So they're urging authors, specifically romance authors. Well, they said, uh, the authors of the romance genre, to read to make sure that they have their copyright, because their copyright the rights are being stripped unbeknownst to the authors. Boy, that's a dirty world out here. You
yeah, Meta and Zuckerberg was just in the news. Just lost a suit against parents, I think from California, about the addictive behavior for their kids that Facebook does. So they just did a payout on that.
Well, I don't now. I didn't too much care for that suit, because you how you go you control your kid. You can't get mad at me because you tell your kid to get off the internet and he no mom, and you go sue me.
Yeah, well, they won.
Yeah, that was a frivolous suit, and which is crazy. They will pay for that, because I'm sure none of the kids look like us. They will pay for that. But now the authors, who they're stealing, because when you looked at that Anthropic, honey, it was a whole lot of sisters over there, whole lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They won't pay this lawsuit. This would be something they won't pay. I just read somewhere where oh man, I gotta pull up that article, that they gave the AI programming. They took it to to suit or whatever, and the judge ruled in favor of AI, because they was like, people want AI and they need the training. That was another publishing thing too. So this is crazy. I'm gonna go back and find that. Yeah. All right, over to the chat. Miss Brenda said, yes, love both Felicia Mason and Evelyn Palfrey, who I had the pleasure to meet in 2000. All right, cool. Erica, Felicia Mason, and Evelyn Palfrey truly are legends. So happy to hear they're getting their flowers while they're still here. Yes, honey, we're trying to
Yeah,
get it together. Miss Thomas Evelyn is a special lady. Love her. I love it. I
yeah.
love it. All right, new releases.
Okay,
We got
wait.
some new
Yeah,
releases in the chat. Now you see it?
yeah, yeah. I got it. Thanks, Erica. Bred by Mel Dahl and Struck Speechless by Tati Richardson.
Tati had some issues with her. What was the issues with Tati's book? They went to purchase it or something like that, and it kept saying it was out of stock.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's
I
a big
didn't. I
thing.
didn't
So
hear that one. Yeah,
yeah, they kept saying
yeah,
something about it was being out of stock. So we'll figure that out on that. All right, so
yeah.
let's go into, let's see, coming up in the next hour, we're gonna have Iris Bolling. Iris, you still there? Or you muting because you don't want to get in trouble? Where you at?
I'm still here and I'm
Ir-
staying out of trouble.
yes, Iris Bolling is in the bestseller seat this morning. She's in the bestseller seat this morning. So we're gonna talk about all things Iris. We're gonna, get her in and ask her some questions and see, what her honest reviews are. What are your honest reviews? Midnight. Let's talk about
Yes,
tropes.
ma'am.
Let's love these
Okay.
old tropes, honey. What's the trending tropes out here right now? What are the
You,
children liking? What are they reading? Tell us
it,
what's going on.
it keeps coming up with romanticy, and this monster thing is again on the list. So you know what, you
People,
brought up this monster thing a few weeks ago, but when you look, it's romanticy is still doing really really good, and then so is the monster now.
so
Go
the monster.
figure. Yeah.
So and then we realized that we both like monsters because we had
Right.
Sharon C. Cooper in the best-selling scene, and she's like, "Huh? Wait a minute now." So
Right.
we realized we do like the monster world. Okay. AC Authors, The Lovely Darkness from her Donovan series came out this week. Thanks, Brenda Woodbury.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool.
Yes, AC Authors. I love AC Authors. AC, so okay. When I realized I like monsters because the vampires and stuff like that. And I was like, okay,
Right.
cool. AC, I like the most shift shapers peoples over there, honey.
Right. I love me a good shift shifter, but I never thought of them as monsters until we
They
had our
monsters.
conversations. Yeah.
They's monsters, honey. Honey, you talking about a monster's ball, baby. I was like, yeah. I like it over there. All right, so monsters is what we're doing. We had a couple of authors said they'll do a couple of horror. So
Yeah.
we got monsters, horror, and we have what was the other one?
The
Romanticy.
romanticy is still up there on the list of things.
Okay, so another trope, the slow burn thing is coming back. It must be because oh my God, be love. Let's talk about Be Love. We absolutely
Yes.
love Be Love. Be Love publisher, but Be Love has a new imprint out.
Yes, she just announced that her new Black Legacy Publishing, and the logo is gorge. Black Legacy Publishing is an inspirational book publishing company founded in 2026 by Be Love, dedicated to celebrating love, faith, and Black storytelling. We specialize in clean romance and inspirational ebooks crafted for book lovers who crave stories rooted in faith, authenticity, and emotional depth. Wow. At the Black Publishing Company, our books are intentionally free of profanity, sexual content, because we believe love can be real, pure, and still deeply relatable and entertaining. Through stories that uplift and inspire, we aim to create a legacy of literature that honors the power of clean romance and honorable values while reflecting the richness of Black stories. Black Legacy is not a Christian company. We are not writing books solely for Christians. We are writing for believers and non believers who want clean content in their love stories and with inspiration and faith as the foundation. I love that. But there are some people who, yeah, that's, you know what, I would love to know what inspired her because she had her other Beloved publishing company. She was very successful in that, and
Yes.
also successful in getting other authors their start on their way to climbing the chart. And so, big ups for her for
Big up to
taking
her.
this.
Give
Yeah,
her hand clap. Big up
yeah,
Be Love. I love it. I love it. For the
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
for the believers. All right,
Hmm.
so Iris Bolling. Welcome to the bestseller seat. Would
Hey,
you?
hey, Miss Iris.
Hey, 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 ladies.
All right, so we just broke it down to what B Love has a new imprint out. Which I won't say a publishing company because she already had a publishing company. So
Yeah, I think she
is this considered a
had
new
it for a
publishing company or
while.
a new imprint?
Well, she says publishing. So
Okay, well yeah, I love it. I love
yeah,
Be Love. So it's clean, 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 clean.
I mean,
Iris Bowling, would you?
the clean people can have love too.
This is true.
We want
Would
to
you
spread the
write?
love around, whether it's clean,
This ain't
is
what I'm asking. Hey, ma'am,
okay.
would you
I'm sorry.
write?
No,
Well,
no.
men ain't gonna stop from me being messy. Would you write a clean, getting up this early morning book with no profanity? So that means no sex, no profanity. Does it have? It's
And
for
no
believers
killing. And no killing.
and no killing,
This gonna
and
be
it's
the
for
killing is
believers.
gonna
So
yeah.
it's gonna have to be some kind of inspiration up in here, some kind of way. I'm just saying. Would you write a book like that?
I can't. It's not in me.
Heathen. Jesus,
No, it's
baby.
not. It's just not in me. Somewhere along the line, I'm gonna kill somebody. Somewhere along the line, you're gonna have some penetration in one of my
What?
books.
Oh,
Somewhere
Jesus.
along the line, I'm gonna curse,
My
or my
God.
character's gonna curse.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my style. That's my thing. However, there are some sweet romances out there that are really good. They're really good because they get it, they dig deep into the feelings of it all,
In my
which I
soul.
don't understand how you are gonna express, when oh, I'm about to be nasty. Let me stop.
Come on,
When
man.
that
Let's keep it.
when those juices are flowing down your legs, and I don't know how you're gonna express that in clean words.
But
Well, so
first
the
of all,
beauty well, I was going to say the beauty of sweet romance is that they is closed door. So
ain't
you
nothing
can
running nowhere.
right, but
See,
you
I
can but
see, you see, you see,
your
I can't,
imagination.
I can't, I can't. I'm sorry. You asked me if I could do that.
So we also asked the authors last, that was in the chat before about the horror romance of who can write one, who will write one. So we had a few, and Tracy, Miss Rowdy Rooks, she said she'll take her chance and she'll write a horror. I think Donna Hill said, nah, I think I'll pass. So Brenda Woodbury asked, monster as an animal or people acting like animals. And Erica said, I can only do certain monsters like y'all. I don't think of vampires and shifters as monsters. Those I can do, but can't get down with the ones that are straight monsters like what? Minosaurs and crackling. Ew, I like
Oh,
crackling.
yeah.
See, let me be honest. I don't even know what she's talking about on that. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what monitors are, and I don't know what Kraken um is. So, I can't say. However, I know that AC's series
the Donnaverse, yeah.
with the shifters, they're usually pretty good. I can't do it because, see, when I lay down with something, I want to make sure I'm waking up with the same thing. That's me.
Mm.
That's me. However, some people do have some good books out there that has to do with shifters and monsters and things like that. I'm not going to knock it, just like I'm not going to knock that sweet romance. Um, because there's something out there for everybody. There's somebody out there that's going to love that. So you should write it. I just can't.
You just can't. Let's see,
No.
Donna Hill. Donna Hill, can you write a sweet, sweet, sweet romance? No, man, mind you, y'all forgetting the believers part. It has to be some kind of inspiration. No sex, no cussing, none of that. Close. Mama Tony said she with you, Iris. Close the completely door. Can you even insinuate that they went behind when they closed the door and got it on? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Can
no,
you
I don't
even
want no
do that?
closed door. I'm writing a story to tell you about what's happening between these two individuals.
Well,
There
we ain't
is
talking
no
about
behind
you.
the closed
You
door.
already told us you was nasty, Iris, that you can't do it. And then we're asking the other authors in the chat
Oh,
now. We talking about the
okay.
Don. We asking
Okay.
Donna. We
Sorry.
asking
Okay.
DL White. We're asking, you know what I'm saying? We asking Miss Petty. We asking them in this old chat. Could y'all write a a, a sweet romance? Very sweet. Very sweet. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? The closed door, you can't even insinuate it. You know what I mean? Just but you find the love and how can you find the love and the chemistry? Huh? You got to be a hellified writer. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be a hellified writer, and your character's gonna have to have so much chemistry that you don't even like. You feel it or whatever, whatever, but you don't even miss that had they ain't made love or had sex or anything like that. They can kiss though, right? You can kiss in a sweet romance, but nothing more.
I think Miss Donna says nope.
Uh, She nasty too. You know, she nasty too. I can't. Brenda Woodbury said the late Adrian Ellis Reeves wrote Sweet Romance for Era Best. Were they good books? Yeah, no. So okay, so Donna said nope, she can't do it. DL, what you thinking? DL should wait a minute.
Wait,
DL,
I really want to see what Miss DL gonna say.
I'm gonna say DL should be able to write one because what's that? What was her Sundays with Ruby? Oh man, what's the name of DL's book? Oh wait, here she goes. She said, "Could I?" Yes, I was about to say. She said, "Could I?" Yes. Is that what readers want? Debatable. Now my current
Mm.
readers maybe another pen name.
Mm.
Okay.
There are some people out that I started reading like sweet romance, or I guess I should say inspirational romance. Early books by Vanessa Riley and Miller uh were kind of sweet romance. I'm kind of think what the death was. I think it was kind of sweet romance because some people who like Heat said they wouldn't read it
Hmm. If they wouldn't read it. Let's see here.
because it was sweet.
Let me think about that because I watch Hallmark and I love
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm
I
saying? And I
I
think if it's
remember. Now I was going to say I remember Piper Hewley had said one time that Hallmark doesn't let you kiss on the channel, but then I was like, I
back
was
then,
watching. Yeah, they do
yeah.
let you kiss.
And they you be kid now they be kissing throughout the movie. They ain't waiting till the last scene to kiss, honey. Them little boys getting their sugar in.
But is that considered sweet romance? Is that a no no in sweet romance?
Um. Oh wait. Okay. Miss Petty one says I could because
Okay,
I am a Christian nonfiction author. However, why? Why for?
why for?
Okay, Miss Petty, we need to know who
And
you
see, I
are.
love that. I love that answer. I love
Give
that
us your
answer.
author name.
Thank you,
You
Miss
said
Yeah,
Patty.
Miss Patty one. Give us your author name because so we know who we're talking to, so we can big you up as well. She says she could because yeah, she's a Christian nonfiction author. But you said however why? What you mean however why? People won't. I mean, don't your she's like why for? Don't your readers want it, like it, want more of it? Apparently for Be Love is when I tell you Be Love is a very, very, very smart and strategic young lady. Be
hmm,
Love that tapped over into something to make her, you know what I'm saying, to go this route. So it's like maybe that's what the people they
yeah,
want
and
monsters
maybe.
and they want monsters and Jesus. You know what I'm
But there,
saying?
but there,
Well,
there
listen,
is, there is.
if we want monsters, we gonna certainly need Jesus for
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. Maybe they like I need the Lord after all this.
But
Lord,
remember,
what have I done?
guys, remember, DL is a business person. She sees a market for this.
Be
Um,
love, you meant be
I mean,
love.
Be
So
Love.
you,
I'm sorry, Be Love.
I mean, DL is
yeah.
too, but we were talking about
But we're
beloved.
talking
Yeah,
about Be Love. Be Love
yeah.
is, she's a business person, and she is going to. She sees that there's a market for it, and if there's a market for it, why the heck not? It doesn't
Ex-
need to just stay in Hallmark's lane. That they're the only
exactly.
ones that's giving you these sweet stories, and things like that. So why not? If there's a market for it, go
That's
for
what I was just saying. Like, yeah, she's very strategic. So she done touched over into something. So let's see. DL says so when we went to see when people call my books Hallmark, I'm like, it's my book like STEAM and course language. Hallmark where? Some yeah, well, DL, you know, it it's STEAM or whatever. But these books, these girls right now, honey, they talking about I can
Mm,
even say it right now. But
right. I was about to say.
I mean, I felt midnight clutch her pearls. I was about to say it, but I ain't gonna say it. But yeah, it's a little different right now. Miss Brenda Woodbury, she says, yeah, but those kisses will be almost it. No, they're not, Miss Brenda. I'm telling you, I be watching them, girl. Honey, you white look at the ones that come on late night, honey. There's like Cinemax, Hallmark After Dark. Now they they be kissing throughout now, honey. They be kissing. Renata, all aspects of life should be displayed, even in books. People need to know that there are options. The world, yeah, is full of a lot of hate and not enough love to balance it out. This is true, but like DLC, it would have to be some good writing for me not to, it had to be some good writing for me to be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bunch
Yeah.
of Rubies had a half sex scene on the low and a low on profanity. It's a women's fiction, so that is different. So y'all, so you said no. Linda K. Petty. Okay, Miss Linda K. Oh, give you some love. I'm currently writing biblical inspiration. I get my romance from our she gets your romance from ours. Okay, so you don't so okay, I got you. So you on the biblical thing. Huh.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Linda. Miss Linda was like, yeah, no, she get it from Iris and from let's see, both Brendas. So okay, so she get it from Iris and Brenda. They be writing some stuff. You know but Donna Hill has a new book coming out, right? Actually, we
Hmm.
got two. So she has a book that's coming out that's it's not coming out till November, and we're gonna be doing like a big push on that. It's called Nola
We like
Involvement.
one. I want it now.
And yeah, Nola Involvement. But she has a re-release that's coming out called Murder in the Isle, right? New release coming out, Murder in the Isle. You guys want to go see it. It's from a Felicia Swift mystery, but it's a romance, because I was like, it's a mystery, and it's good. But baby, when I say, I was like, are we putting this in the romance category? Are we putting this in the mystery category? Because when I said baby, Felicia was baby dropping it down and spreading the wide, honey. Them sex scenes, I was like, I'm finna call Donica, honey. Throughout the book, Felicia was getting it on. Felicia was like Lydia Pope midnight.
Uh, look, wait a minute. Let's not put let's not put Felicia and Lydia Pope because Lydia Pope do be getting it in though.
Felicia was getting it in. I'm talking about baby. She was getting in her and that finance detective. She wasn't playing no games. I'm talking about okay. So that book is called Murder in the
Murder
Owl.
in the House.
Murder in the Owl is gonna release. It's gonna re-release at the end of the month. Actually, you're gonna be able to get your copies at if you're gonna be at the Blomex, the Blomex. Here I go. Talking about blowing. If you're gonna be at the Romance Book Festival, the Black Romance Book Festival in Atlanta, you'll be able to get your copy of Murder in the Owl. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. It's hot. It's sexy. It's everything, and the mystery is there. So that's another thing if the plots of this new Christian getting up morning imprint, if they're writing where the plots are so good that you didn't even notice, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, they love each other and it's other stuff going on, then you don't even notice that ain't nobody got no booty yet. You know what I'm saying? So it would have to be like DL said, it's gonna have to be some hellified good writing.
Yeah,
Do y'all agree?
yeah, I do agree. I do agree with that. I mean, the writing has to be good with any story for sure.
Well,
Uh,
apparently
but
not,
to
because
make well, it should be, but it's definitely if you're gonna, and I think if it's just readers who uh have come from like say her readers that was reading her stuff before this new imprint came out,
hmm.
if you might have to convince them, I should say something like that, you
Well,
know.
I mean,
But
is she writing the book or is she like promote if she, or is she
what
getting the authors that writes the Christian romance or whatnot? Well, not Christian because inspirational believers type. You know what I mean? Like, is she
I
doing it or is she getting the other authors? 'Cause she would have to. It can't be up on the Be Love. Now
I
I love you.
say,
I love you, B,
yeah,
but
I
we.
know. I say let's have her on and let her tell us exactly what instead of us kind of putting our own spin on it because we could be totally wrong.
All right, this is true. Brittany Woodbury said, "Did God not create everything?" You better say it. So why are we shamed? But here's the other side. Sex scenes trigger persons' unresolved things that have happened to them. So those books are uncomfortable.
That
Well,
yeah, that but that can be like I said. Some people do have certain triggers for
I
certain
mean, it triggers
stories.
stuff for me too, but it's all good.
Wait a
It triggers
minute.
that
Wait a
Lydia Poet
minute.
in me. You know what?
we know what kind of triggers you having.
Okay. It triggers and tickles, baby. I'm trying to tell you, like, yes, Lord. The struggles of it all. You are
Mm,
here with Love Lies and Bestsellers with your girl Shay Baby and my slick partner.
Midnight Ace.
That's right. We're into our second hour. You know, we won't be before you long no more about this. We got in the bestseller seat this morning. We have USA Today's bestseller author, Miss Iris Bolden in the building. So we're gonna start talking to Miss Iris. And after we talk to Miss Iris, you know, because she's been having her mic off all this morning because she don't want to get in trouble. We're gonna get into the messiness of romance, honey. Y'all remember when we talked about, well, we'll wait on that. Because honey, these people are not playing. An author that got uninvited from another event. Baby, the honey, and then we're gonna talk about it all. Coming up, we're gonna talk about the author who got uninvited for an event. We're gonna talk about another author who was at an event, honey, and honey, and the influencer decided to go to the influencer world and hit live on a recording, and everybody had an issue. But then the context of the video came out, and baby, the influencer had to shut everything down. Baby, them crocodile tears didn't mean nothing no more. Oh my God. Are you talking about people with issues? I mean, that is an issue for me. My trigger, that's an issue for me. I'm just saying.
But
Um,
So,
isn't that the reason why we read books that have romance in them? Is because we want some of those underlying issues to be triggered? Isn't
mm,
that the reason why romance is the number one money maker for this industry? You know, we want those underlying issues to be triggered. That's our whole purpose of writing romance is to make you feel.
make me feel.
You know what I mean?
Make
mhm.
me feel. I wanna feel good. Let's see, Miss Linda says I felt like that with the Nate Rain series. Okay.
Mm.
I know Iris said it was not romance, but there were undertones. That's
Girl,
true. That was undertones.
listen, love is everywhere. I don't care if I'm killing people or if I'm
Why you got
you
to
know,
start with that?
because that's what I do.
just violence. She just wake up and choose violence
No,
every
That's,
day.
that's
it's
what
look,
that's that's what I
it's
do. I have to
look,
get
it's
it out some kind of way, guys. I have to get it out some kind of way. I can't really go out here and kill people. So I
Mm,
have to get it out some kind of way or I go crazy.
this is true, Miss
But
DLC.
I think love is and this is why I am a romance junkie, is because I think love is the underlying issue for everyone. Even my people who are bad people, they want to be loved,
I wanna be
so
mm,
loved.
yeah.
This is true. All right, Miss DL said I've read a few. To be honest, I don't need sex and language, but that writing do need to be on point. Yeah, I'm. You
yeah,
know,
I
I think I
agree
might
with
need a
that.
little sex. Oh, I need chemistry. I need that hellified chemistry to be like, oh, help me, Jesus. I need that. It has to be some hellified writing to be on point. I don't need all the language though. Some, you know what I'm saying? Here and there is cool, but if a
If
book,
if
they
it
just.
fits with the story, if
But
it fits with
throughout
the
though,
story. Well, no, you don't have to have it throughout, but like some of the language, if it fits with the story, just not like just out there. You know what I mean?
no, these books
I have to have meaning behind it too. You
Hmm.
just
you
can't
gotta
put it
cuss with a
out there.
cause. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You can't cuss
there
with
has to be meaning behind it. You can't just put those trigger words, as you would call them, out there, and there's no feelings that's along with it, or there's no meaning behind it. You got to have that meaning behind it as well.
Gotta have the meaning behind it as well. They're absolutely right. Okay, so now the bestseller seed, Iris Bolin. Thank you so much for joining us on this good good Saturday morning. Uh, Midnight, you got your questions for
I
Miss
do.
Iris.
I do. Miss Iris,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to know
Hmm.
uh what's something about the industry that has changed how you move?
Um, God, put me on the line with the first damn question. Why don't you?
That's what we do.
That's
So
what we
this is
do.
this is love lies and bestsellers, but we're supposed to be honest, right?
That's
That's
what the lie.
that's
Yes, that we
yeah.
listen. We the lies is two sides to every three sides to every story, as our residents Darren tells us. This y'all side, they side, and then there's the truth. So we're talking about everything. We wanted to be honest. We want, you know what I'm saying? Give us your honest opinion.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. This is for me. Um, when I first came into this industry, I was very naive. I really believed that um everybody out there wanted you to win just as much as they wanted to win, right? And I've come to learn that that is not quite true. So it did change the way that I maneuver within this industry. I have always been that person that if I don't feel that I'm wanted in a space, then I'm gonna go build my own space. And I'm gonna be in that space. And those that want to be a part of my space can come on in and join. I do have an open door policy. But this industry is at times can be a dog eat dog industry, and I don't care to eat dogs and I don't want to be eaten by dogs. So I tend to carve out a space, for myself, simply because I still love the industry. I love writing. I love reading. I love interacting with other authors. I love interacting with readers, and stuff. So I still love it. I just sometimes you have to protect your own peace and create your own space in this industry and not be so dependent on other people's spaces.
Mm.
Damn, that was so politically correct. Mm.
Yeah, we're not inviting you back. We don't want political correct incorrect. We don't want political incorrect. I'm changing the format as we speak. We are type of shit she just said. What is
You're
this?
right. Right. I mean, the truth did kind of peek out a little bit there somewhere. Yeah. She just didn't go full gusto.
I did not. I did not because I do enjoy I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy writing my stories. I love when people, come back and tell me, Iris told me Nate Raines was not a romance, but I went on and read it anyway and it got my undertones. I love this stuff. I do. It's just that every space is not for everyone. So you have to pick and choose your spaces that you feel comfortable in and go for it.
Mm.
Okay.
We like
Okay.
that.
Hmm.
We all right with it.
We 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 like that.
All right, Shay, you're not taking me there.
That's why I'm letting. That's why midnight is that's why midnight is
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Here's another one for you, Iris. What do readers say they want, but they don't really want?
What do they say they want?
Hmm.
Um I think sometimes readers say that they want a certain type of hero or heroine, and sometimes it's not really what they want. Because if we really take our heroes to a place where you seeing all the down dirty everything that they're capable of doing, you may not ever read another one of my books again. you know so sometimes I do think that readers want, they love romance. Let's be very clear, they love romance. um but because there are multiple aspects to a character, you might not be able to deal with some of the aspects of those characters if we went all the way with them. Did that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yeah. So you
Basically,
could.
basically,
y-
you're saying
y-
the wrong. Basically, you're saying readers don't know what the hell they want. They say they want this type of whatever, but they really want you to kill somebody and choke a bitch out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
they
thank
want
you,
the
Shay. There
toxic
you go, Shay.
relationship.
And if they go that far, then that might be an issue for some readers when you go that far with it. So you do have to balance it out from what it is that readers say that they want and what it is that you can give those readers, because sometimes they may not want to go that far.
Okay. Okay. I
Mm.
get it on that. I get it on that. All right. I like that. So, what do you feel about are these authors now are being accused of um let's see authors and readers are accusing books of being AI written,
Girl,
AI edited.
now you starting some shit. See,
Exactly, because
we
y'all
was we was doing good. We was doing
no,
good.
because you and Midnight are trying to have a Christian book thing
See,
podcast this morning.
now you
Y'all writing Christian believing books over there. So y'all trying to have a Christian believing podcast. I need yes. This is Love Lives and
okay.
Bestsellers. We need the messiness. We're in the messiness of the romance world right now. And I need to know what you feel about AI edited books and AI translated and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because now, so this young lady wrote a book. She's over
Yeah,
and yep, she wrote a book, right? And she said, not Mia Bella. We ain't talking about her. I'm talking about a regular ass author. And she
right.
wrote a book. I thought the book was pretty good. I didn't finish reading it because I had to do other stuff, but it caught my attention to why I said, you know what? Let me put a pin in this and I'm gonna go back and read some more. I think her name is Camilla. I'm gonna go get the book. And the book was good. She's accused of writing using AI to write the book. And she's like, no, I wrote this book. What are you guys talking about? But it was like, you could tell because, it says this and the nuance right here and this word here. And I'm just like, people are so freaking stupid now. They use these people's books
But
to
Shay,
train AI.
let me say this, Shay. Let me say
Mhm.
this. Um, I think it was either you or Midnight brought this up a minute ago, where Meta was being sued for using authors' books in order to train their systems
Right.
to do whatever. Well, if they're using your, I'm getting ready to curse. Don't curse, Iris. You on radio. If you're using the author stuff to train your people, then the author stuff is going to be in there. Let
Exactly.
me try to explain that out. If you are basing your AI system off of my books, Brenda's books, Beverly's books, Donna's books, Nora's books, if your AI system was trained off of this stuff, then our voices and our works and our words is going to be in that AI system. So the young lady that you're talking about, you know, a one of these AI companies could have used her words as well when they was training that AI stuff. So your stuff is AI is based off of our stuff already. So when someone goes in and they say that your book sounds like this or it sounds like that, it can't help but do that if your book was used by one of these AI systems. You get what I'm saying?
I get it, but
So
I think sometimes these people don't know what the hell they be talking about. Because
sometimes
Yeah.
it's
they
like,
don't, because there's certain groups of words that you're going to put together, especially in romance. It's certain groups of words where she had those feelings of butterflies in her stomach, or suddenly he was felt like he got a punch in the gut. Those are type of phrases that's going to be in just about every romance story that you pick up. So you can go out there and you can say, well, this sounds like it's a AI book. Well, AI was based off of our stuff, so it's gonna sound like us. It's gonna sound like something that we do. Now, to be honest with you, I don't want AI to do my story simply because that's not my story. I need to be able to build my characters the way that I want to build my characters. Now, if you use AI to edit your books or to edit your stories or things of that nature, that's not an AI written book. That's
mm,
your book that you use AI to edit. And that's all there is to it. But in this day and time when AI is really taking over our lives in the medical field, in the um, administration fields, in different fields, AI is going to be a part of our life. And you can't knock us for using AI for those things to make our job easier. So if a person is using AI to edit their book or to what's the other thing that they said that some people do is get story ideas or things of that nature. It's a part of our life now. This is what it is. So why are you getting on that particular author? Because she used what was the resources that was available to her.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, but too, I'll say this too. So Grammarly is something that I used to use to make sure if I wrote something, it was like correct and didn't have errors in it. But I noticed now the version of it has an AI component in it, and I think some of these software applications are using. They feel like they're going to be left behind if they don't have some type of AI, uh, inclusion into it. So it's like I don't know how we could get away from it. But one question I will ask to that is, given the fact with everything that we've talked about so far with the AI, and when we write, say we're going for a story idea, we are pretty putting a prompt in there from our heads, and it's
From your
giving us feedback,
head.
right? So it's
That is
giving
that
us
is true.
feedback, right?
Right. Right.
We write the story, and we say we use an application to edit it, and it has an AI component in there. Obviously you can't get away from using it, so it's going to do that. But when it comes to the world of copywriting, like some authors, most authors I believe copyright their books, do you think we're going to run into a problem with being able to properly copyright our books now because AI is so prevalent in our worlds?
I don't think you were gonna ever run into a problem of copywriting your stories. That's let me put that out there. And I think every author should officially copyright their stories. And I know some say that when as soon as you write the words or type them into your computer, it's copyrighted. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Go and do it. Take that extra step to legally copyright your work.
And
Um,
you got to make sure from the story I just read about them suing Meta about stripping the copyrights from people, and people didn't even know it. You got to make sure you in there, you trying to figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? That you still have the copyright and nothing has been stripped from you.
right. I think
Mm,
that you need that document. Every book that I do before it's released, I'm gonna have that copyright document um in my hand. But most people do use Word, right? To
mhm,
write their stories. What Word has Copilot in it.
mhm,
When they go in to correct something as you writing and is correcting something, that's AI. When you use Grammarly and they're going into write something, Grammarly is not a person; it's AI. I think sometimes when people go in, on one of your first shows, Shay, you guys was talking about this guy who claimed that this woman's book was 90% AI or whatever. Well, if she put the information in there to come up with the idea for the story or to edit her story, it is going to come back. Yeah, these words was in AI. That is going to happen. I think that we need to make sure that we're not accusing people of writing their whole story through AI if they went in and they got a question answered through AI or a paragraph corrected through AI or something of that nature. I think that's unrealistic and I think that's unfair.
mhm.
However, I do think that it is a sham when you go in and some of these authors do use AI to write their whole entire damn story,
But there
and
you
then
can
they put it
see
out
it
there and then
though.
they put their name on it.
Right,
That's
but
a shame.
that's the type of books you can see because AI it don't have any depth. You know what I'm saying? Like you would literally have to if AI writes you a book, if it sounds like an AI book. You know what I'm saying? If you like, hey, write me a book about romance. This is the trope. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's gonna give it to you. That's why I'm like, you could tell the differences between it because you could tell how the story is done. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
DL says AI does have a cadence and a style, but what people are looking at is stuff like them dashes. If
Mm-hmm.
you're downloading a book over AI, but got a video of your dog morphed into a Disney princess, then you got to hush. Johnny Hill agrees with DL, and she says the whole them dashes to use as an example of AI is ridiculous. It
No,
makes it
and this is why I said that's ridiculous because that was a time where, when you were writing this before the whole AI thing became a thing. I'm telling my age. When you wanted a certain type of pause in a sentence, and you type the word, and then you have the long dash in there to go to the next thought of that sentence. That was something that was there. So when people say that the dash is a signal that it might be I think that's ridiculous in itself.
a dash
To
is like
to
is
say
written
that,
correctly. When I came around, I was
yeah,
in college, and I
yeah,
trying to write my dang on them that thesis, and I don't know what was going on with me and my keyboard. I had an Apple keyboard back, Apple. You know how they had the Apple computers and whatever. The,
right,
the the regular ones, man, I could not find how to make that long dash to save my life. I was like, I don't know what was going on. To the point that my professor said, Shay, just do the three dots that you still thinking. I was
Mm-hmm.
like,
yes,
I think
That's
I
my
couldn't find
that's my fail safe right there. It's them three dots. I love three
it.
dots.
I couldn't. That long dash wasn't working for me. They was like, you gotta use control command. I was like, my dash ain't dashing. I was getting the double dash, or I was getting the underscore dash. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
yeah,
right,
man, I couldn't. And then when I finally, after I was about, out of college and work in real life, then I learned how to do it. I was just like, oh, okay. But by that time, I was so used to the dots, and they was like, Shay, that's not it's like you're thinking. I'm like, I was thinking of how to get to this next segment. Shit, sorry, I was triggered. My bad. I was triggered. I get it now. I totally get it. I love it. Love Lives and Bestsellers. We got Iris Bolling in the bestseller seat. Iris,
yes,
let's see. We didn't talk about the different conferences that we got coming up. We got a lot of conferences coming up. I was telling about Raw's going down in Peoria, Illinois, October
yes,
29th through the 31st. If you guys want to be in the building, if you haven't gotten your tickets, please go to rawexperience.com to get your tickets. It's the authors who, we still got some signing authors positions opening. So if you want to go in and sign, just go there and sign up and let us know you want to be in the building. If you want to sponsor, we're looking for sponsors, vendors, everything. All is welcome. Make sure you go check out rawexperience.com. Midnight has put it in the chat, so go check it out. We got some wonderful things coming up. Like we said, Robin Carr, the legends of this year is the Honorable Evelyn Palfrey. Evelyn Palfrey is the first lady, the first author to do self-published romance. She is, recorded as the first author to do a self-published romance back in 1984. Woo.
Mm.
And so this honorable judge,
Yay.
I love
yes,
it.
Judge
Yes,
Evelyn Palfrey. We
she
have, of
opened
course,
the door.
she opened the door. You know what I'm saying? She opened the door, and I like it. And who else we got? We got Robin Carr, Sullivan's Crossing, Virgin River. I was just watching Virgin River the other day on Netflix. She's gonna come
Mm.
on down and hang out with us, and she's gonna be honored. Susan Elizabeth Phillips is hilarious. Susan Elizabeth Phillips will be honored in honoring Jackie Thomas. We're gonna talk about Jackie Thomas about the Christian, the fiction, the Christian stuff because she writes Christian romance as well. And of course, Miss Felicia Mason. Uh those are the five legends that we will be honoring this year at Raw. So make sure, and of course, like I said, all the legends are doing master classes. So you're gonna want to be in the building with for them because yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So that's Raw, right? And then after we
That's
leave
right.
Raw in November, I got a couple of other events that I'm doing. I'm doing the birthday the book is the boyfriend book bash, I think. I can't remember. That's in Midland, Texas. But then we're gonna go on down to Richmond, Virginia. Hmm.
Mm-mm.
And talk Miss Iris Bowler. What's going on in December in Richmond?
December 3rd through the 6th, we are celebrating my 50th self published book. And it's going to be a 4-day weekend for us. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be celebrating. We're going to be getting uh, a little tipsy. What y'all
Mm.
do while y'all tipsy going to be up to y'all.
I'm gonna be reading my
But
Christian romance
we have
book.
a
I'm not gonna do all that.
yeah, yeah, okay, that's what you say now. Wait till you get to drinking that champagne. Anyway, we're gonna be celebrating my 50th book, and we're doing it with a 4-day event, and the release of my 50th book is gonna be happening at that same time. So if you guys want to come out and hang out and have some fun for 4 full days, come on down to Richmond, VA, if we're still a democracy. Come on down to Richmond, VA, and hang out with us. Hang out with us. Shay's gonna be there. Cyrus Webb is gonna be there. Beverly Jenkins is gonna be there. Who am I missing? Suzette Riddick is going to be there. Denise Jeffries is going to be there. I haven't seen Denise in so
I
long.
know.
I know. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see her. Loretta Walls and Nakia Smithers is going to be there.
Ain't Deborah Fletcher
Um,
Mello gonna be there?
who?
Deborah Fletcher Mello.
Deborah. Yes, girl. I call her the voice. Yes, Deborah is going to be there as well, and we're gonna hang out and enjoy each other companies, and we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate every day. So get ready.
All right, all right.
Mhm.
So
December
make sure.
Love it,
3rd
love it,
through
love
the
it.
6th. December 3rd through the 6th. And who is our master of ceremony? The one and only Shay.
I'm just
Shay,
saying, like,
baby
who else would
Bohannon
it
is
be?
going to be our mistress of ceremony.
Who else would it be? Who else would it be?
Who else would it be? Yes.
JB, you late. JB, you go give us a question of the day, and you don't show up to answer it. What type of? I was gonna say what my gut would say, but I can't.
Hey, JB.
Hey, JB, happy
JB,
Mother's Day,
happy
everybody.
Mother's
Happy
Day to
Mother's Day
you.
to
Yes.
you too.
Happy Mother's
Uh,
Day to you too. All right, so make sure. So yes, and so Iris,
uh,
we're gonna
Yes.
start getting into some more messiness of the romance world. But give us your
wait,
call to action. What's the next book you got coming up? Let everybody know what you want them to do. Go to your website. I know you got some stuff coming up. And some other things that you're venturing off too. You got workshops. You got all that good stuff. So just tell
Yeah,
us.
I'm actually doing a free workshop this weekend in Richmond on my building your own table workshop. I'm actually going to do it for free. And it's gonna be the only time you're gonna get it for free. Well, no, the
Mm,
next time you're gonna get it for free. It's gonna be at Raw.
it
It's
ain't for
gonna
free
be at
though.
Raw in
It's not.
October.
It ain't for
what?
free.
Oh, sorry, it's not for free.
No, you got to pay
However,
to come to Raw. What are you talking about? There's a
there,
fee for Raw.
there is a
Yeah,
free fee for Raw. That is true. That is true. I'm sorry, it's not free.
Mm,
I will be there for free though. So
yeah.
I will be there for free. But yeah, we're doing that workshop, and I have a number of other workshops that I have put together that's out there on my business website. But also we have I have two box sets that's going to be coming out. I haven't put a date on them, but you're going to get one of them. Each one of them have three Iris Bowling stories in it, just to give the readers a taste of who have not read my work, just to give them a taste of the work that I have out there. So one of them you're
Don't
going
be getting that short. No, no, you know when your mama told you, don't be giving nothing short, honey.
these I you know what? I don't write shorts. Sorry. I try to but it don't work. It don't work. So I just don't even try anymore
Don't mind me
to
now. I'm
do
just
that.
being facetious. So you get just two
But
box sets coming out. Okay.
yeah, it's two box sets coming that's going to be coming out. One is going to be um Fate. What Midnight? Help me with these names now. One is
Help her,
Fate.
midnight. Help her.
Shoot, Midnight may not know. I may not have told Midnight.
yeah.
Mm,
Um,
I was gonna say.
in my mind.
I may not have. but they are going to be each one of them is going to have three stories in them. One of them does have Invested, which is the first of my Dunning book series. One of them has Teach Me, which is the first of the Gems and Gents series, and then one of them, the other one has um, News with Curves, which is the first of the Nate Range series. So I do have two box sets coming out. One will be coming out in June, and the other one will be coming out in September. And then we have the release of the 50th book, which is the fourth book in the Next Generation series, which is Lion. For those who have not gotten in on the Next Generation series, go check out Panther, Jaguar, Leopard, and
Leopard.
then yep, Leopard, and then get ready for Lion. So those are the Next Generation series that will be coming out. So that is what I have going on right now, Miss Shay. And
Okay.
thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. We gotta make sure we got everything going on. All right, cool. So you guys,
Okay.
Midnight has put the website in the chat, irisbowling.com. Make sure you go over there and check her out. Get her upcoming releases. Go the boxes are available now, right, for
Bye.
purchase?
The box sets will be available on my website first. You guys know I do everything on my website first.
Are they available
So
now though?
they are not available yet. One is coming out in June and the other one is coming out in September.
Awesome sauce. Okay. But you can go to her website now and join her newsletter so you will be notified when the box sets are ready. And Iris, as
Certainly can
always, just
do
put
that.
mine to the side. Just gonna put mine to the side. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can get it when I get it in I can get it when I get down there in December.
Well, you
Appreciate you.
you you will. You're going to be able to get Faith, Fire, and Forever. That's one of the box sets. That's going to have three stories in it, and then you have Power, Passion, and Consequences.
Mm.
That is the second box set that you're going to be getting. So those are all stories that have already been released, but I've added a little something to them.
All right. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. That's what's up, everybody. That's Iris Bolin. That's in the bestseller hot seat. Iris, you are the absolute best. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys for
Yeah.
having me, and I love what you guys are doing. I truly do. So
Thank
please continue.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I
Okay.
guess you go
Wait
ahead.
before you
Hi.
be,
Okay.
wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
sorry.
before you go past there, just a couple of more events, Chicago events here. Tiffany Warren is going to be in Chicago on May 13th. She's going to be at the Book Joint, and she is going to be in conversation with Barbara Keaton talking about a Harlem wedding. So if you are in the Chicagoland area, make sure you reach out to the Book Joint website to get your tickets for that. Also, going to be in Chicago in June is going to be Elle Wright, also at the Book Joint, which is on 6900 Stony Island. And she is going to be continuing her tour for The Ex Dilemma. And she also just released the cover reveal for the next book in that series called The Baby Dilemma. So stay tuned for that. It's not coming out until the um, I think in January, that book is releasing. Elle Wright will be at the Book Joint on June 27th. Also, another book event is going to be the Kava Cave 22 annual anniversary of the Kava Cave of Authors, organizer Nalini K. And
Nalini
she
Kai.
has Nalini Kai. I can never say her name right.
Mhm.
But this is the weekend of September 11th. She's got a wonderful lineup there, so check out her for that. It's on Eventbrite. And then also too, I just want to give a little quick shout out too for in June, if you are in the Chicagoland or Milwaukee area, Radia actually has her urban book review event, annual book event, 1 day event in usually in the Milwaukee area. And I believe that is on June the 20th. So check out her website or her Facebook page for that information.
You
And
said radio. Who? What?
Radia is she's a reader.
What's the name of her conference?
It's called the Urban Book Review Book Fest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and she has been doing this for a long time. So she is doing hers. I believe that is June 20th.
All
And
right,
then
radio.
okay, so then this one here, this one here is coming with a caveat. That's why I saved it for last. That is the Urban Book Expo organizer, Jessica Watkins.
Jessica
It
is gonna be
presents.
at Raw.
Yeah, she's going to be at Raw, but she's also having her event. It is September. Um, let's see, what are the dates for that one?
It's the annual event for that.
It's an
Yeah,
annual event,
yeah.
yeah, and it's going to be down in the Romance. It's going to be September 25th through the 27th. It's going to be the Hilton Rosemont area here in Chicago. So if you are in the area or coming to the area, make sure you check that out. It's always a great event.
It is always a great event. And then, like I said, every Saturday we're going to be re-announcing a lot of these conferences too. So you can go ahead on and get your tickets. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get
Yeah,
your tickets. Let's see here. So now we got to get into a little bit of the messiness. We talking about these events, right? And was it last week, 2 weeks ago, maybe, or maybe on our first thing with Jiggy here, we was talking about Arthur Code, right? Arthur Code.
yeah.
Code was the
Mm-hmm.
one who wrote the. He was beefing with romance authors, female authors online, and he allegedly, because he said it wasn't true, but I don't know. Allegedly, he wrote a book, he named the authors, and he killed them off in his book. So he was going to be at the Chicago Urban Book Expo, right? Ain't that
Mm-hmm.
is that Jessica's
That is
thing?
Jessica Watkins' event here in
Yeah,
Chicago, Urban
yeah.
Book Expo.
Yep, yep. That's Jessica Watkins. It presents as her book, and he was supposed to be there. Well, after careful consideration, the Chicago Urban Book Expo has decided to remove Code from this year's lineup. We take any concerns raised by our readers, especially regarding their safety, very seriously. Our priority will always be to create a safe, enjoyable experience for everyone attending. We appreciate your understanding and continued support.
Mm.
Hmm.
Everybody have to pay
They
the piper.
uninvited him.
Mm.
They uninvited him, Shay.
Yeah, he got uninvited. They removed him. They decided to remove him. They are canceling Code. The females, the black females specifically, because that's who he targeted. Allegedly, he targeted. They don't like him. They don't. They say they don't feel safe around him. I don't know. I'm like, what has he done? I mean, because of course he went back and forth with a couple of authors, and he don't he don't respond in kind. He gives you back the same energy, and sometimes a smart talking man is just you make you want to just slap him. You know what I mean? So this old smart aleck ass. You know what I mean? And so a lot of the females say they felt unsafe with him. They say he's bullying, and of course he killed them off in his book. So I don't know.
And I think the part that gets me is that he named them by name. He didn't follow that
I
fiction
think that's
code.
it. I think that's
Yeah.
it, Midnight. Yeah. He named them by names. That's a whole nother thing. You can kill off fictional characters, but when you actually put a name in there, that's a problem.
Mm.
Wait,
Okay, what did she say?
I read a book he
Whispers.
wrote, and how was it? Because I said my attention span be going. And I said I was gonna get the book and read the book, but then life be happening. Like JB said, life happens, and so I haven't. I- is the book good? With this, okay, take away him naming people, and he killed them all. How is the writing of this book? And if you this book didn't just come out, his controversy just didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So if he was invited before, Well, I guess it don't matter because even if you invite an author, then something happens, and you got people that's coming and say, um, I they feel threatened or what, you know what I'm saying? They don't feel safe around him because they I saw him on the internet. Some people ain't even saw him at all or heard anything. They just going by whatever, and now they don't feel safe. And I guess you have to uninvite because that ain't cool. But
Yeah, I don't know. I guess one bad apple can't spoil the whole bunch, kind of thing. But we
yeah.
only learned about this. I only learned about this a few weeks ago. So I'm pretty sure that this lineup had to happen way long before the end. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
was about
saying? So
that's what I was about to ask Shay. Well, when they did the lineup, the book was already out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the controversy was already there, but the book was already at least the book was already out, right?
Well, yeah, the book was already out, and I mean, we're gonna get Cold on the show and have a conversation with him and just figure out what the hell. I haven't read the book, and so I just want to know like what behooved you to do this. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, was the argument so bad? Like you said earlier, Iris, there ain't no other kind of way I can get it out. So I just wrote my book and I killed people off.
True.
Was
True.
your conversation so bad with the author that you was going back and forth with that you was like, I'm about to kill this bitch off in my book? You know what I'm saying? Like what? And then I beg to differ too because I ain't taking up for nobody. But if you come at me and say bye 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 bye, and I come at you and just because my bark, I mean my bite, told your ass, yeah, I don't
yeah.
know.
But did
I don't know.
the book get written before the controversy? Is that what started the controversy, or
I
did
think it
they
started
have?
controversy, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. I want to have a conversation with him because how did this start for you to even get into it with the author for you to write this book and kill her off? They said that when Threads is a dumpster fire over there, and I don't know what it was or what happened or whatnot, but he made a comment on the post of whatever was going on, and they basically was like, "Yo, this chick shit over here." You know what I'm saying? Mind your business, boy. You're a dude. Don't be commenting on what we got going on over here. And he's like, "Yo, I'm in the same genre you guys are in, so I got every right to comment." And then it kind of went from there, from what I was hearing from other people. But of course, I didn't see it, and I don't know. So I feel like I want to ask him why for. What
Mm.
possessed you to, you know what I'm saying, to do this? And uh, I don't know. I just want to ask. I just want to ask. I want to get the whole. I want to find out who he was talking to in the beginning to start this controversy. Because then we're gonna ask them, and I want to ask him what the hell happened to make it, this bad. So where now you're getting uninvited everywhere. How you get
Why
uninvited
was
from the
he
Urban Expo?
why was he invited in the first place if the book was already out and it was already, you
He
know,
probably got invited last year. Jessica, she started planning her event, a year in
Hmm.
advance. So he probably got, he was up and coming, he was cool, good or whatever. So he probably got invited last year for that. Thank you, Mama
oh,
Tony, for joining
gotcha.
us. Have a good day, everybody. She said, "Have a good day, ladies." She's going to her book club Mother's Day lunch. And have a good luncheon,
All
Mama
right,
Tony.
have
We'll
a
see
good one,
you.
Mama
Yes,
Jake,
and we'll
Mama
see you
Tony.
next week. We're gonna try to get Arthur Code on here next week, man. But now we need to work on that. We gotta work. We gotta work
Yeah.
on this thing because we want to
I mean,
know,
because
like,
it's good to have his story, like what we say is one side, the other side,
Other
and the real
side is
truth.
somewhere in between,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
and it's the real truth. All right, and we're gonna hit on this thing. We got 5 minutes. We're gonna get up out this camp. So real quick, Sparrow and Vine. Sparrow and Vine. It was a book that was coming out last year, and it got shelved. Right, before it was even released. It was damn crazy. It was crazy. And let me see. Let me get to it real quick. Um, so the readers online, they started tanking the book before the release came out, right? They was dragging excerpts out of context. That's why sometimes excerpts, and they forced the publishers to respond publicly. It's a romance novel. It's called Sparrow and Vine, and it got canceled before the release date after online backlash over controversial um lines. Now I bring it up because they're going to release it. Not that publishing company. I think they released her from everything, but another company picked it up and is getting some, people are like, hold on. So we don't know, should the book be shelved, whatever. But here's what it's given. Okay. So the novel began to criticize it on social media. Then they was posting quotation from the book and giving it the 1-star review on Goodreads. In one quotation, the character says, I don't want to sound ignorant, but shouldn't there be a crew of people with questionable work visas picking these grapes for us? Which some readers perceive as racist or insensitive to undocumented workers. In another quotation, the character says, I was inspired by Elon Musk. I used his 5-step design process. Of course, was drew criticism due to Musk's association with Donald Trump and his work for the Department of Government Efficiencies and whatnot. So, Bloom Books, they announced that it would cancel the publication of Sparrow and Vine, as well as the subsequent books in the series. So, of course, the author, Lark, she released the apology on Instagram saying that she was pausing the series for rewrites to ensure that the work doesn't contribute to any harm. So then, okay, cool, go do the rewrites, go change it up, whatever, whatever. But people are like, they don't want to hear anything from her and nothing else from and this book should not be published. What do you guys think? Is this
It,
stifling the author's voice because she wrote something that you didn't like?
well, I mean, if you publishing books that have authors' names in it and killing it, we kind of like, okay, whatever. But it sounds like it's got some political controversy in it, and do we really need more of that?
I mean, politics has infused almost every aspect of culture, even the
Yeah.
often, escapism of the romance fiction.
But
The
you
influences that
can't.
read can exert, the influences. Some influences was like, yo, it is what it is. They thought it was, and then some influences was like, no, that's she what?
I feel like that's like taking the voice away. Like,
I was about to say the same thing,
yeah.
Midnight. I don't
But
want you telling me what I can and cannot write. If that
yeah,
is her feelings of what the story should be, then that's her story. She can write what she want to write. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to read it, but it's her story.
yeah.
Hmm,
I don't feel
okay.
like it's there. It's I don't feel like I don't feel like they have the right to say. Now, I mean, you have the right not to publish it,
Yes.
but and if you don't publish it, they also have the right to publish it on their own too, because you got that right.
And you have the right
Um,
not to buy it or to
right.
read
Yeah, just like with anything, it doesn't have to be anything that's and then for me too, I can't base just on what other people are saying. I would have to read it for myself to see if it was really what they say.
Okay. I like it. All right, cool. So going on, okay, let's real quick. So before we get up out of here, BookCon, of course, we was talking about BookCon. It was just crazy. So a short clip circulated online showing the interaction between Tracy Dion and a fan during a signing. So the fan gets on and she's doing the video and she's crying from my big tears, big country tears. She's crying, oh my God, when you meet your favorite author, this is what you get. Oh Jesus, help Lord. People was fanning her and crying with her. So she said that Tracy was dismissive, short with her, or rude during the interaction. So of course, the clip spread fast across BookTok and social media, and suddenly people were criticizing her attitude, debating whether authors owe fans warmth, emotional access, or even threatened to stop supporting her books. Now, the other side of the conversation, a lot of people defended Tracy because the argument was basically, authors are human. It was a whole lot of people at this signing. You know what I'm saying? Like we said 25,000 people. Like it was a whole lot of people at the signing. And so when the other video came out, the young lady went up to Tracy. It was like a bunch of books, a bunch of papers that she had. It wasn't even like a book. It was like papers and papers. And she was looking at the papers, and she was like, how should I sign this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's papers. It's like, you loose leaf papers, it looked like. So she was like, okay, how should I sign this? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, she was confused. To me, when the video came out, she seemed like she was more confused on what is this than anything. But she didn't get the warms and fuzzies that she expected. And I was like, listen, everybody ain't the legends. Come here, baby. Let me sit down and talk to you. But So that was crazy. So the debate was that Tracy wasn't rude. It's 25,000 people, and then like, girl, what you want? So I don't know. So, but people was dragging Tracy. I'm talking about dragging, and she's one of the top authors right now. So they was like, hmm. So do readers? I don't know. Like, should you drag an author because you didn't get that emotional, you know, access that you give to them? I just thought that was just crazy. It was just like, I don't know.
I guess I don't understand. Like, okay, so the reader brought these papers, these loose leaf papers, right?
Hmm.
And what was the loose leaf papers? Was it
We
like,
don't know. That's what Tracy
yeah,
said. How do I find this? What do we? What do I do? She basically was basically to me was, what do I do? How do I find this? Is this a thesis? Is this a manuscript? What is this?
so we don't know what was on the papers.
We don't know what was on the papers. But you know what?
Mm,
What
mm.
I do know is it's time for us to go. So listen, thank you guys for joining in to Love Lives and Bestsellers. Thank our author in residence this morning for joining us for the bestseller segments, Iris Bolling. Make sure you go check out everything she got going on at irisbolling.com. And we got a great question we're gonna leave with you. Do readers want do they want the realness or do they want access? You know what I'm saying? Do they want realness or do they just want access? How about that? And we're gonna be here at the same time next week, next Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you come and check us out. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Everyone. Hmm.
Everyone happy Mother's Day. And we appreciate you guys for rocking with us. And this new program, let us know, do you like it? Did you love it? Is it all right? Yeah. Go back to the other day.
Right.
Love Lives and Bestsellers. I'm your girl, Shay, baby.
And I'm Midnight Ace, and we'll see
We'll,
you back here next week.
we'll see y'all next week.